From childhood, we are fed a specific narrative about the ultra-wealthy. Hollywood depicts the rich as entitled, lucky, or inherently villainous. This narrative collapses against the data. Statistics show that nearly 70% of the world's ultra-wealthy individuals are entirely self-made. These individuals are operating on a mechanical understanding of wealth that the average person has never been taught. Take John, for example. He lives by the standard two-dimensional equation. Money equals a salary earned from a job. While this equation is presented as a path to security, it is actually a mathematical trap designed to keep the worker in a state of perpetual motion. John follows the script. He earns a degree, lands a $20 an hour job, and works a standard 40-hour week. Under these conditions, John must work 24 years without spending a cent on food or rent just to reach $1 million. In reality, taxes, living expenses, and inflation consume the majority of that income, pushing the goalpost further away every month. Decades of this grind result in physical exhaustion and the steady decline of the body. There is a heavy psychological weight to doing everything correctly, while remaining mathematically incapable of reaching the finish line. Every hour John spends at his desk is a fragment of his life he can never recover, traded for a sum that will never be enough to buy that time back. Alex, however, approaches the market with a total paradigm shift. He understands the foundational rule of capitalism. The market pays you in direct proportion to your perceived value, not the intensity of your labor. John tries to escape his situation by increasing his hourly rate, charging $100 an hour as a freelance fitness coach. He quickly hits the ceiling of the 24-hour day. No matter how much he charges, he can only be in one place, helping one person at one time. This is a disguised job. The income is still tethered to his physical presence. If he stops moving, the money stops flowing. Any wealth model dependent on a one-to-one ratio of hours to dollars creates a permanent barrier to both earning potential and personal freedom. Alex shifts his focus from chasing currency to chasing problems that can be solved with scalable systems. He builds an automated software platform solving a health problem 24 hours a day without requiring constant supervision. This creates massive leverage. The system takes the same time to build whether serving 10 people or 10,000. This achieves decoupling, the total separation of income from the passage of time. While Alex sleeps or travels, his system continues to solve problems and process global payments. True wealth requires an ecosystem that functions and expands entirely independent of your physical labor. After several years, a corporation acquires Alex's software for millions of dollars, resulting in a liquidation event. This sudden influx of capital highlights a major distinction in how the ultra-wealthy view currency. Money is essentially a receipt, a physical or digital proof that you have provided value to society. When you solve a $1 million problem, society gives you $1 million worth of these receipts. Because the receipts are just markers of value already delivered, chasing the paper itself is a misunderstanding of the mechanics. The only real utility of these markers is their ability to buy back the one asset that cannot be manufactured or scaled. Through his liquidation event, Alex has effectively purchased his own life back from the market. He owns his autonomy, while John remains trapped in the repetitive cycle of waking, working, and sleeping to sustain a life he has no time to actually live. This path to wealth relies on solving meaningful problems for as many people as possible. Strategic scaling allows an individual to generate a lifetime of value in a fraction of the time, breaking the traditional link between labor and survival. The ultimate goal of building wealth is the total reclamation of your absolute freedom and your time.